What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. As you can see, our conquest of the Soviet Union, and obviously quite a bit of the Comintern, is going quite well. I get that the game ends in, I believe, 1948, so at most we only have about 2 more years. I'm starting to wonder if it would be a good idea to make our way all the way across Asia and just build up some sort of Maginot Line and protect as much as we can. It obviously looks like the Allies are pushing in on Germany. Looks like the United Kingdom and Greece are pushing in from the south. So obviously, it might be a good idea to just continue building up our forces as much as possible. It looks like we are going to need to continue building up our infrastructure in vital areas and pushing those to the top. We obviously have some military factories still being constructed. We have 3 military factories. We have 4 available. What do we need? I guess that's our question. We aren't producing any more motorized. We probably should produce nothing but mechanized or modern tanks. We have 6,000 modern tanks as it is. Maybe some additional tactical bombers. We have 384. Maybe some additional jet fighters as well. I think our #1 priority would be to have jet tactical bombers and some modern tanks protecting whatever we can. Don't believe we are going to be producing any more equipment or artillery. We have obviously way too much artillery as it is. I might even switch you. Let's decline this altogether. Looking at our plane production, get another jet fighter, and we are going to want another tactical bomber. Now we need rubber once again. Can we build any additional refineries? Probably here in Asia, but not in the US, at least not yet. We are currently working on better refineries. I lied. We already have that. So we should be able to build more refineries somewhere. Looks like we can do one here in Alaska. We can do some down here in the islands to the south. Whoops, that's infrastructure. Is it, though? No, they're refineries. It looks like plus 50% from infrastructure. I didn't really understand that. Maybe it's 50% faster, or I'm not really too sure. But we are going to gain quite an abundance of rubber. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Might as well build some up. And pushing these to the top might not be our best idea. I think infrastructure should come first. And then let us continue on. We currently are producing outdated equipment, which is our Battleship 2. We are going to be pumping out some Battleship 4s. But after you are done, we're going to have a variety of excess naval dockyards. Mongolia, Xinjiang, and the People's Republic of China, they need to fall. All of these units should be activating and moving towards their goals. And we are making progress, though very slowly. Taking a look at our supply in general. We finally have a good amount of supply. Only 2 infrastructure here versus about... Mongolia has capitulated versus about... I don't know how much infrastructure is here. Probably around 6. Mongolia has fallen. All of these units will take attrition. You're going to have to move in and then move over. You're going to come down. Atomic bombing of Ile-de-France. For the first and hopefully the last time in history, a nuclear bomb has been detonated in Ile-de-France. As part of international warfare, the unprecedented destruction stands as a testament to the devastating power of this new weapon, which is feared not only for what it can do to its targets, but what implications it has for the one who deploys it and for humanity itself. The atomic bomb era has begun. We might want to start building our own bombs. In engineering, starting our atomic research, 140 days. And it looks like we also have the ability to continue moving on down to potentially, I don't think I need anything else, Land Doctrines Blitzkrieg, giving us more organization altogether. Making our way towards Moscow, though we do have quite some time. A lot of all these other units are taking attrition. Everybody is moving on in. Looking at construction, this infrastructure needs to be moved up and built up. Surprisingly, we can't build here. No, we're making strides. Do we have any strategic air map modes? Not really. If we can make it to the Trans-Ural, I think I'll go ahead and build up some air bases. And we do have quite a bit of army experience, quite a bit of navy experience, quite a bit of air experience as well. Looks like we're about to take a small city. You need to take this city. Convoy escorts have been unlocked. Let's make our way down to escort carriers. We absolutely need to take that city as quickly as possible, improving our supply and removing the enemy supply. Looks like we also have an air base that can be upgraded. And taking a quick glance at our overall construction, I would like this air base to be improved as much as possible. It's not all that great, but let's get it up and running as quickly as possible. And we also are going to want a few tactical bombers. Let's get 100 Thunderbolts. And we are going to get some tactical bombers, 100 as well. All of you, your entire goal is to protect the, let's go with the Greater Steppes. Air superiority is very, very low, and we're in a blizzard. We'll do what we can. Help where we can as well. You need to protect the city. Moving your way across the river. And the rest of these units are moving up, but very slowly. And you are going to move over. You need to move in as well. You need to move over. Everybody is just so slow. B-29 Super Fortress has been unlocked. Can we get the B-45 Tornado? No, we cannot. We might get better artillery. We don't really plan on using it anytime soon. Maybe even getting the better mechanized track. 243 days. It's going to be quite a ways away. People's Republic of China is holding on. You would think we would cut off their supplies. I don't know what's going to happen. Looks like we're moving in. But is it going to be successful? That's what we need to find out. Looks like no. Moving in some modern tanks. Moving all of these units in. You all need to go down. You all need to move over. Can we improve the infrastructure? Yes, we can. Quite a bit of it, at least. All of you need to move to the top. Looks like some of our air bases have been unlocked as well. Giving you an additional couple hundred fighters. And those were bombers. We're actually building, no, these are the wrong tactical bombers. Let's put them to good use, though. And we could put 150 fighters in. Let's go with 160, and then obviously whatever is being deployed. You all will go to Western Siberia, much, much closer. Air superiority, close air support, and close air support. Default map mode unlocked. And all we need to do is protect the air base, and we should be good to go. Some of these units have finally made their way down. making our way across Siberia. Though still working on China and having a little bit of trouble. Do we lack any heavy tanks yet? Yes, we do. I'm starting to wonder if these units are going to die. Looking at our recruit and deploy mode, all of these heavy tanks, you are going to go to modern tanks. And let's actually go modern tank, save everything. We are going to have a surplus. I guess we'll find out in a moment, but we're going to require 5,600 tanks, and we have 8,200 in total. Still a little bit of fighting. I'm hoping we can win this. Don't know if we've stretched ourselves too thin. You need to move on down. You need to come on down. We are fighting where we shouldn't be. But it looks like we are going to be winning. These units should take attrition. These units need to move across the river. These units move here, these units move there. This unit's moving in, this unit's moving in. These two units need to move in. We don't have anybody guarding this area. That needs to change. But as long as we can finally set a foothold here in Siberia, we should be good to go. How is China coming along? Very slowly. We have some free dockyards once again. Do we have some actual... We have a lot of free chromium, which means I don't think we're going to be building any more... Well, I don't know. Might as well put our chromium to good use. Let's look at our production. We need rubber. I think what we'll do is we'll use all 30 of our chromium. We are going to be building one more battleship. We're probably going to have to put 10 of these on, therefore going to 0 chromium. And then infinite battleships here inside, I guess, Florida again. All of you need to go to Florida. All of you need to go to Florida. Florida, just build up our navy. We're building so many battleships that I'm not even sure it's really a good idea. I wish we could continue to build whatever we can, but obviously tanks are going to be our biggest priority. This unit needs to move on in. This unit needs to continue moving. We are growing ever so steadily, but I wish it would be faster. Looking at construction, all of you need to be moved to level 10 infrastructure, especially these islands. I don't know if these islands need to do anything. But we are going to be fighting all along Siberia, and we need to just group up as much as we can. You would think we would go all the way to the mountains, and that might even be our next option. Taking another quick glance, we obviously have some integrated convoy defenses that need to be upgraded. You come here, you go there, you come here. You come down. You go here. Okay, down to almost 200,000 manpower. Mainly in the air. We're losing a lot of free manpower, and I'm wondering why. Are we producing units? Not really, they're just dying. Insufficient resources. Are we still lacking rubber? Yes, we are. I could trade for more, though we are going to begin accumulating. The fall of Berlin. British forces have advanced into Berlin, and the War Cabinet has announced the successful capture of the German capital. After a pitched battle striking at dawn, British commandos seized the Tempelhof airport while armored columns advanced along the Frankfurt Allele. So it looks like we're doing very well, and I think what our plan is going to be is we've just lacked so much manpower. Our number one goal is to look at our supply area. I think we're just going to build our line as much into Siberia as possible, making our way all the way to the mountains, and then I suppose even making our way down here. I don't know. We need to stop expanding because we are low on manpower. And I don't know if I want to continually improve our manpower. If I improve the amount of men that we can draft, our production is going to go down. So that needs to be fixed and utilized. Looking at our construction, how is the infrastructure coming along? Not well. Looking at our cavalry, we need to continue garrisoning whatever we can. So that means we can stop losing so many infrastructure, so much infrastructure to, of course, our rebels. So we're going to do something like this. I have no idea how accurate this will be, but we're going to try our best. Once all those units move along, the oppression in those areas will go down. You're going to move up, you're going to move over. I wish you could continue moving along, but our infrastructure and supply is very low. And like I said, we're losing manpower, so I'm starting to wonder if we should continue our conquest. It's probably not the best idea. But as long as Germany and the Soviet Union are slugging it out against the Allies, we should do fairly well. I just need to stop expanding, I guess. That would be our best option. Looking at our overall logistics, we are positive 2.1 thousand heavy tanks, though unfortunately we still haven't actually taken our goal. Everybody should still be moving in, they just aren't. All of you need to move towards the capital. You need to move on down. You need to move over. You need to come down. You two here. You two there. You two there. You two there. You here. You there. And then you there. We should win on all these fronts. Looks like I was right. If we could somehow make our way to the capital, they should fall. There they go. Has the capital moved? Probably. But we'll find out in a moment. You need to move in. You need to move down. All of you need to move down. You in here. You in there. Alright, here we are. The People's Republic of China has capitulated. Very good news. All of these units are going to die from a lack of attrition. Nothing they will be able to accomplish at all. Do all of these units. Yeah, they are still fighting very heavily. We're down to 148,000 manpower. Another research slot is available. Getting better military police seems like a viable option. Atomic research as well. I don't really want to build nuclear warheads, but I think we're going to start building nuclear reactors. And I would say that we're performing very well. Germany is getting annihilated. The Soviet Union's being invaded. I'm starting to wonder, if we look at our resources map mode, it would be cool if we could accumulate a white piece, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, look at all this tungsten and aluminum and steel that we could accumulate. Especially all that oil. I would really like to take all of this chromium, aluminum, and steel. Though it is going to be a little hard to tap into. This unit will try to go ahead, create a new offensive line all the way across these mountains. And let's edit you down a little bit farther. And activate when you're ready to go. These 24 are going to create a new offensive line. You are going to make your way all the way to the sea, and then all up into the island, into the mountains. And then these units, still doing their jobs, though creating a new offensive line. I guess here, the United Kingdom has invaded through the British Raj. And I guess all we're going to do is just protect these mountain ranges. Activate these 28 tanks, still doing a fantastic job. You need to move here. This one tank needs to move there. This tank needs to move here. Still fighting where we can. And obviously this is going to be a bad idea, but we're going to execute these plans very rapidly. Everybody is moving in. Everybody is moving across. Let's actually activate rapidly on all of these response vehicles. I don't think what we are going to do is we are going to remove these. Yep, there goes the yellow line. There is another yellow line. Yellow, yellow, and yellow. And I believe all 24 of you, it says no divisions are assigned. Your goal, no divisions. All of you are going to move to this line, supposedly. Now we have 34. Swag. Alright, split you in half. Create a new division. What is happening? Better yet, I hate to do this, but I'm going to combine everybody. And just make this guy, where you're going to get a level 1 Joseph Stilwell. And we are going to promote Joseph Stilwell. And then his entire goal is to just create a massive, massive front line. And that is what we are going to do. So we obviously have our front line, but we don't have our offensive line. Let's delete whatever orders we can find. Creating a front line all the way through Siberia and into China. And now an offensive line all the way through Siberia. Past the mountain ranges. And now edit you. Move you all the way up past the mountain ranges through the rivers. And we'll do something like this. And activate aggressively, which is what they are doing. Pushing where they can. And obviously we need to build up our infrastructure in a variety of these areas. Don't know if these are necessary, but I think we're going to build them up anyway. See, like, some of these don't need to be level 10. They're already being built. A lot of the Soviet Union forces are being pushed back. These units are going to essentially just run over here as quickly as we can. Looks like Blitzkrieg has been unlocked. Making our way towards better recovery rate, organization, and planning speed. Naval doctrines. Can we begin submarine operations? Yes, we can. Down to 76,000 manpower. I would like to get a white peace with the Soviet Union, but I don't think it's really going to be an option at all. It would make this game a lot easier You know, that means the Soviet Union would continue fighting the Allies, while we would continue grouping up wherever possible. And I guess what I would do, if I did get a white peace, I would just literally build up land forts in all of these areas, but unfortunately, well, it's not all that bad. Some provinces are just so small where that is not ideal. These units are moving in. These units need to move over. China has grown exponentially. Sinkiang has capitulated, and they are no more. These 28 heavies, I suppose, can make their way... They're not really necessary anymore. We have no way to put them to good use. So I suppose your new goal... We aren't going to be declaring on China, but if we were, we would basically gear up against China. And create an offensive line all the way through to the coast. And now they can gain some planning experience. Might as well exercise them as well. Get them as powerful as possible. And better yet, are our heavy tanks depleted? We still have 2,000 and it doesn't look like they are taking any damage at all. Looking at our modern tanks, we have 8.2 thousand. So I think what we're going to do is take a glance at our heavy tanks, change these over to modern tanks. And now we shouldn't have any heavy tanks at all, only modern tanks. 300 modern tanks per designer. I could build more, and you know what? I think I will. Let's get you into a modern tank. Let's get you into a modern tank. Save everything. And finally, your leader here is Mr. George S. Patton. We are going to give you somebody very weak. Level 1, Russell Hartle. He is a new commander, and we are going to promote him. Now, he did lose quite a bit of attack, quite a bit of defense, but he is now a field commander. So I think all of our issues are going to go away in time. Can this unit make its way all the way north to Siberia? We are going to try, if anything. Germany is falling. Siberia is falling. We have lost so much manpower, obviously because we are fighting the Soviet Union in the wintertime. Not a good idea for either. And it might be a good idea to maybe build in a supply depot, or I don't know if I was going to do that. I was going to build a naval base. Don't think it's needed, though. Taking a glance, Soviet Union and Lithuania, Romania, Hungary, Venezuela are really nowhere near capitulation. We could go ahead and maybe try to get some sort of... if we'd like Venezuela to fall, we are in a war with them. I believe so. Base reluctance, -20. I am going to boost the popularity support for fascism, and I'm going to try to gain a peaceful resolution. I could stage a coup, but I'm not really sure that's necessary. And I would like to go ahead and make Mexico. I really don't know. Because of our doctrines, I think they're going to continue changing to democratic. All of you are continuing to move towards the mountains. We have a lot of units here that don't need to be. All of you can be deleted. Deleted. And all 28 of you. No divisions are assigned. Well, that needs to fix itself. All 72 of you are going to join on this front line, and it should work. We now have no divisions. That doesn't make sense. Destroy you. And there we are. We now have 25,000 manpower in total. We definitely need to go ahead, maybe get some field hospitals. Let's improve our military police. And let's improve our artillery, even though we aren't going to be building any. Seizing more coastline might be a viable option, but I think what I'm going to do is just wait until all of these units make their way over. Are we producing mechanized? We should be. We have negative 4.2 thousand motorized, and we have 13.1 thousand mechanized. So looking at our motorized divisions, let's switch one entire row over to mechanized. And maybe even 2 rows, because we are obviously going to be producing quite a bit. We are going to lose 21,000, which we don't have. So let's remove, nope, not remove. I need to move 1 unit over to mechanized. Still clicking the wrong one every time. Okay, this will require 10,800. We have 13,000, and we are going to save quite a bit of motorized, which looks like a good plan in total. And now, taking a look at logistics, let a day tick on by. We have positive 6.1 thousand motorized, and we still have positive mechanized, but it's going to be a little challenging. Luckily, they are a little bit slower, but they do have a lot more defense, a lot better attack, a lot better breakthrough. You can see that everybody is pushing to where they need to be. Looking at construction again. I wonder if I should continue building up our refineries here in the area. Probably would not be a bad idea. You know, my issue is not going to be able to get those refineries. But we've only got about 2 years left. I don't know if we're going to go to war with the Allies. We obviously are fascists. But if I could play again, it would be really fun for the Soviet Union to basically, you know, I don't know what I'm going to play as next. I played as the Soviet Union. I played as the United States. I could play as Italy. But I really don't want to, I don't know. Continuing to grow Italy to the best of our ability, seizing the Suez Canal would essentially mean victory in Europe. And obviously building a ton of naval bombers here in the area would give us a very good chance. I think our next playthrough will be Italy, and we are going to try to take over as much of Africa as possible. It's going to be a daunting choice, but we're going to try it. Research slot available. Not much we can even build. Can we get any better land doctrines? Not really. Any better ships? We can get the Sims class. Let's get the Montana class destroyer. 136 days. And we are growing and pushing as much as possible. And it looks like we've almost reached our goal. A lot of areas have reached our goal. I wonder if our Marines can seize this island. Probably not a great idea. It looks like Venezuela is going to fall. Everybody is continuing to push, doing very, very well. Looks like we are finally down to 0 manpower. I'm wondering, should I go from limited conscription to... Wow, I didn't even have extensive conscription. That needs to change. There is all of our manpower. We obviously could fight against the Allies. We obviously have not. We are going to go ahead and put in a cut in here. Thank you all for watching. As always, hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you in our next adventure.